Hello, and welcome to Formula One 2019. Full disclosure, this copy of Formula One was provided by Codemasters for review, and we will take you through first looks of Formula One 2019. So, Formula Spy has had this game now for about 2 days. Our review is now up on our website. It's a first looks preview. We've had very limited time with the game. We've done some online, we've done some career, we've done some Formula 2, quick look at leagues, quick look at weekly events. They're going to get a slight in-depth review up. So we're going to go through this as best we can for, let's say, a half an hour, and yeah. So let's start off with the menu. We're in the main menu. We've got our, as people may have seen, you've got your different type of, it's a full redesign of the UI. We've kind of got blocks of different grids. So we've got like career, continue career. This block will change based off what your most popular thing to do in the game. Multiplayer, esports, leagues. This will change. And then in the end, we've got your mail, calendar, and your game options and the weekly events. Again, this is all based off what you do the most. We've done a little bit of career. The first thing what we're going to do here is we're going to reset this, and we're going to do the first couple of races, which I'm going to figure out how to do. So let's go into career, new career.
In F1 2019, you'll be invited to start your career by selecting a Formula 2 team. Driving for this team, you'll experience some key moments of a Formula 2 season, a thrill-packed racing championship in its own right, and the springboard to Formula 1. At the end of this feeder series, your choice of driver academy and your performance in F2 will determine the terms of the contracts offered by the teams as you embark upon your career in Formula 1 and begin to write your own chapter of motorsport history.
Alright, so that's the first cutscene you see in the game, and we're going to take you to, you get to pick your F2 team to start off. I'm going to just pick, let's go so once you pick your team, you got to pick your driver academy. This is to increase your reputation with those teams. This is the first, you can only pick this once, so once you pick this you can't change back unless you restart your career. So let's go through them all. So we've got Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, Renault, McLaren, and none. Don't know why you'd go with none. Let's go with Ferrari. Let's quickly have a look at the weekend structure. Let's bring this down to 5 laps for the purpose of the stream. And I'll just drop this to say 75. Cool. One new option there, as you can see, is press interview time limit. I think that is a new setting from this year. It's just when the interviews have continued from 2018 to 2019. So let's just do setting. One thing we have noticed is traction control. The setting between off, medium, and full is well, medium doesn't feel like medium. It feels like it's on full, and then off is off. So I think there needs to be a fine line mixed between that. Okay, let's just leave everything as it is, and let's just go. So one thing they have introduced for the career is a story mode. Well, what I mean by story mode is you've got drivers that follow you into Formula 1 from Formula 2. There's like battles and rivalry between the two guys. So that's a new kind of element they brought to the game, which kind of brings in immersion. It's very immersive.
Prama's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
Looks like an issue with the turbo. You've lost some speed at the top end, but you're very close to the finish. You can still compete and get some points here. Don't give up. Just do the best you can. We're all behind you.
Okay, so it looks like I have a turbo failure. I got my teammate behind me and I'm in safe place. Okay. One thing we have noticed with the
Lucas wants to pass you.
Formula 2 cars is they are much more difficult to drive.
That's great. Lucas could push on now.
So in this case you've let our teammate by, mainly because I do not have
Lucas wants me to pass on his thanks.
power.
I know it's frustrating, but you made the right call for the team. Now we're all with you. Just bring it home as best you can.
We may try and come back, but I think with the AI at least 75 here and turbo issues, it may be difficult. And for anyone else that's watching wants to know, we are using a PlayStation and using a PlayStation controller. We don't have any steering wheels or ring setup. So initial feel is it's in this car it's a bit understeery into turn and very much oversteery when applying the throttle. You don't get that reaction with the Formula 1 cars, so I find it a bit strange why in the F2 cars it's a lot easier to get the back end loose.
The gap to the car behind is 1.7 seconds.
So I think the objective here, I'm going to try and finish in 6th and try hold on to this position. So one of the things in this new game is they've re-profiled the curbs to be, I think it's like a 400% grip loss. Some of the curbs are definitely, you can't be as aggressive and it does kind of kick you out a little bit. So we've got a bit of a gap. Car behind. They're not going to take it easy there on a hard level. And our teammate seems to have got ahead of Russell and is now in 4th place. So our first initial reaction to the game is, which you'll see later on, is the F1 cars seem to be a bit easier to drive, and the F2 cars are it's a different. It's like the roles are being reversed. It's much more difficult to drive the F2 versus the F1.
0 seconds.
Which I suppose is a good thing, right? You need to learn your craft in the F2. But from a game point of view, I'd expect the F1 cars to be more difficult to drive. So if anyone is watching, after this, what's going to happen after we finish the F2, there's going to be 3 scenarios. We have to make a choice and pick a team for our career. Anybody have any preference to go through that? It won't go too in-depth for the purpose of the stream. Just pick one. The last lap. Gap in front 4 and a 2-second gap behind. So as this is a first look video, is there anyone that is watching want to leave a comment what they want to see? Any questions they want answered? Oh, we can see Devin Butler, who is our rival, has won the race. That's it.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Victory for ART then, after a quality performance. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
I think what won them the race was their ability to adapt. At every point, they delivered what was needed. They were calm and steady when they needed to be, but they were ruthless and aggressive when it was demanded of them. There wasn't anything out there that they weren't prepared to handle. Let's see if they can keep it up this season.
An amazing race, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car that works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today.
Cool, let's move on.
And now, let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Devin Butler, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Alessio Lorandi. Very clean, very smooth. I can be really pleased with that one.
On to the teams then. ART moved to the top of the table. After all this drama...
So there it is, there's our first F2 race completed.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview.
Okay, we're all set over here.
Just a minute. Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
Great. So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself. And the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here. Turn a little this way for me. Perfect. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective.
So
you and Lucas
just
are
from
new
the
to
new
team.
game.
How are you
The old
settling in?
game. Okay. So 3 options, new team. Let's go with this option.
Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas?
Okay.
that's everything.
So, just like the old game, you still got those press interviews. Yeah. Nice that they kept it in the game. It's a lot more immersive.
Hey, look, I know that wasn't easy letting me pass, but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever won a race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
You watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
So there's our rivals, our teammates and our rivals. And as you can see, we have like a top left is like a press transcript. So we look like we are in Austria.
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact. Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
Don't give up. You're still in this race.
So gonna get a quick 2-minute break. Just need to fix an issue we have here. Okay, and we should be back. So it looks like I've got a looks like I got a new front wing, and I have to catch up and overtake.
Okay, the stewards have awarded Devon a penalty. Push on. You can still catch him. You can still beat him.
Austria is one of my favourite tracks, so I should be a quick around here.
Devon is in the pits. Devon in the pits.
Okay, I can push. Got 5 laps to do this.
Devon's P7 at the moment.
So as we can also see, the user interface has changed.
Is 3.0 seconds.
We have the official F1 hoods. Everything is the F1 font. A new option on the top right hand side. We have our sectors, which tells us which sector we're quick in, and green, purple. And it keeps it for each lap.
You're 4 places down on Devon.
Our first overtake of the new game.
Devon's P7 at the moment.
So hopefully, as we can see, the AI are on the soft tires, we're on the super softs. We should have a pace advantage. And we got a bit of a oversteer there. One thing I am quite impressed with in the new game versus
Devon is 3
2018
places ahead of you right now.
is the weather and the environment. The rain looks spectacular. But there is a couple bugs with some stuff as well in the game, which have been highlighted with the Codemasters. And there is a day 1 patch coming.
Devon's P7 at the moment.
So we've 2 laps left. Looking difficult that we're going to catch up, but we do see some cars ahead of us. We probably get Russell on this lap.
Devon's P7 at the moment.
Alright, we're on the inside. And the AI do stick with you. Okay. Oh, Devon, it looks like he's in P7.
Devon is a couple of places up on you.
Okay, we're gonna go down the inside. I'm gonna do a lunge.
Butler ahead.
Okay, our teammate. Is it our teammate? No. Okay. It is where we want to be. Yeah, we want to get this place.
This is your final lap of the race.
So we're gonna go try to get him on the back straight, or main straight, whatever straight you want to call it. Technically, it's turn.
Devon ahead.
Okay, late brakes. Oh, he's defending. He's got the inside line, and we've done it. Try and get a gap here now.
Nice move. Good job.
Lando Norris has won F2 race in Austria, and all we care about is getting ahead of our rival.
Devon.
That's it.
Well done. Good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So another fantastic victory for Carlin today. So, Davide, what did you make of that?
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster, I think. There will be a lot of cheering for today's win. Frankly, I'm amazed that Devon Butler only received a penalty for that collision rule. But watching the rival he knocked out actually come back and beat him, that made this whole race worthwhile for me.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Carlin team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their driver walks out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the driver's tape. The lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be...
So that's it. That's scenario 2 completed, and there's one more to go, and then we have a decision to make based off that out.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Well, that was a great recovery today. Did you think it was all over when you had the collision with Devon?
So we got our 3 options. Let's go with this one.
So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devon?
Let's go with that.
I've seen that you and Lucas have been picking up a lot of points recently. What do you think of your champion?
That's always with the team.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So, want another cutscene?
I was looking for you. Well, what can I say? I guess there's no other way to put this, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ever giving you the common respect that all races deserve, because you don't deserve it, neither of you do. That was the dirtiest driving I've ever seen.
Ridiculous.
My thoughts exactly. I'm taking my line, and I get smashed into? I'm fine, by the way, thanks for asking. And then, I'm penalized for the privilege.
You're unbelievable. You deserved every second of that penalty. Maybe more. I mean, aside from trashing the car, did you ever stop to think that maybe someone could get hurt?
Yeah. Me,
side. But winning at any cost is your strategy, not ours. You better watch yourself.
Whatever.
Don't let him get in your head. He knows you're a better driver. So, on the track, stay away from him. He will try to force you into contact. That's how he wins, yeah? Let's get ready for the press briefing.
So that's it. And then again on the top left, that's our kind of press transcript of what happened in the previous race, where we currently are at with our rival and our teammate. So now we're on to the last event of the season.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here, to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. So the Yas Island circuit offers 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places.
Just cut the cutscene and just get on with it. We want to get into the Formula 1 stuff.
Okay, this is it. Last race of the season. All you have to do is finish in the points ahead of Devon, and the next time we see each other, you'll be the F2 World Champion. No pressure then. Good luck.
So, car setup. Briefly going to go through this. They have removed one option, which is the ballast. There's no more weight ballast in the options. So if I go to custom setup, everything else is the same. They just removed weight ballast. For this, we're going to leave it in default, preset 3, and leave everything default. Here we go. I'm getting one. Our objective is just to out-qualify or out-race our rival.
Devon is in P3.
And we're getting hit from car behind.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up. You're 4 places down on Devon.
This is very tricky. So one thing I don't know if anyone is watching has noticed is the volume of the cars around you. Very pronounced from the engine revving.
Devon is in P3.
Also, one thing we have noticed is we were doing a quick lap, a couple of laps at Monaco, and we were testing out the physics of some crashes to the barriers. It's quite easy to roll cars now. I don't know if it's too easy. A couple of taps of the barrier, you do get lifted. And it does throw you over.
Devon is in P3.
So we are catching this train. Oh, and I break myself.
You're 4 places down on Devon.
Okay, we've got DRS enabled now.
Devon is in P3.
Oh, we've got our first warning. I just got that corner though. Could have done a Fernando Alonso and went completely off track. Alright, let's go down the inside. Oh, we spun our teammate.
Devon is a couple of places up on you.
And it's also another thing we noticed is it's quite easy to spin in this game, especially on a pad. I don't know how it would be on a wheel or a rig setup. Any slight rear movement of the car, it tends to go. Swap sides.
Devon is in P3.
Oh, can we make this deficit up? There's a bit of traffic, train of cars. There is a possibility.
Devon is a couple of places up on you. This is your final lap. Final
Don't
lap
think
of
it's
the
gonna
race.
happen.
Gap to teammate behind is 5.5 seconds.
Gonna have to be a late lunge.
Devon is a couple of places up on you. Devon is ahead of you.
Oh, we've just missed out. If we had another lap, what it could be.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream
That's
for
nice.
any racing
Last race,
driver
do
to become a
donuts,
new
champion.
Formula 2 world champion.
It's a nice little touch.
A great win then for the Carlin team today. Talk to me, Davide. Was it everything you hoped for? Everything.
So let's move on and see what's next in our career.
That result also seals the Formula 2 World Championship title. Congratulations to our winner after an incredible season.
I wonder if I won, do I get to do donuts? That's a good question. I would like to do donuts.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. So that was a thrilling end to the season. How was the race for you? Well, you went into this final race with the championship in your grasp. How are you feeling about being so close but missing out?
So, let's see.
Well, we've been hearing rumours of a possible future for you in Formula One. Care to comment?
Okay.
Appreciate your time.
So, that is it from Formula 2. I think now we go into our negotiation process for our Formula 1 drive.
Devon, much as it hurts, we admit that was a great drive today. Congratulations. On the championship as well.
Well, I'm sure you thought you had me for a while, but I guess your luck just didn't hold out. Oh, I haven't got long. Could I have a quick word?
Sure.
Privately.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later then.
What's this going to be about?
So, I'm sure you've probably already heard, but if you haven't, I'm going to be racing in the F1 Championship next year. Now, I don't know what your plans are, but let me give you some friendly advice. Don't try following me. But sure, you might get an offer from one of the smaller teams, probably someone desperate, and then you'll be stuck in P18 all season with car trouble. And you won't ever really be able to challenge me. But you stick it out here for another year, now that I'm gone, you've got a fighting chance of winning next year. And if you can manage that, I'm sure one of the larger teams would love to have you as a development driver. Oh, look out for yourself, yeah?
Well, isn't that dandy?
He does not want to race you. Stay in F2? Ridiculous. I was listening to the whole thing.
Too bad for Devon, though. I'd be shocked if you don't have an F1 contract offer already.
And if my deal pans out, man, his head is going to explode.
So, we are now going to London 2 months later.
Ah, welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula One teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubt is over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. As your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula One seat.
So, this is where we get our contracts, what we do, our first drive. So we got our teams. We got the value to the team on the right hand side, and then we got expectations of what the team is looking for. One thing what happens is at the start we pick the drivers academy. That means the value to that academy, such as what we picked was the Ferrari drivers academy. You can see that the Ferrari, the Haas and Alfa Romeo's value of the team is higher than anyone else because that's the academy we're driving for. So I'm obviously going to pick one of those three. I won't be going with Ferrari, obviously, because, you know, who's going to go straight to the top? Team expectation for Haas. It's Gunther Steiner, so at least no bullshit. Yeah. I think I'm going to go for Haas. So, they're expecting me to qualify 10th. They want me to finish in the race 10th. I'm the second driver, so that means I'm replacing K-Mag. And team goal is going to be hard. Contract perks, none. Okay, that's interesting. If I was to change to Alpha, I get a bit more. If I change to Williams, I get more again. What to do? Okay, I think let's go back to Haas. Let's just do it. Accept contract.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you. I'll let them know our intentions immediately. I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's That's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
So, we are now an officially an F1 driver. And we're going straight into Australia. Let's see how we get on.
Oh, hey, you're here. I'll catch up with you.
Here he is, making sure the wheel nuts are attached.
Way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
So again,
to your new team.
Emma
Haas are
talk.
experts in getting great value out of every investment. That's why they skipped being backmarkers and jumped straight into the midfield pack in their first season. You are now one of those investments. Make sure they get plenty of value, okay?
So, things haven't changed since the last game. We still got a workstation. We can look around. We got Roman in front of us. He's trying to figure out where his pace is this year already. So we got our sessions. Oh, we got 6 messages. It's Gunther. Welcome to the team. Door's always open. I wonder how we what's gonna happen this year. Tutorials. Again, this is contract summary where we have to finish. Goals. So we need to finish 6 or better as our target. And we've 2 weekends to do that. That is a big ask. We got 600 resource points though. We got a preview. Cool. And the weather. Sunny. Like to see sunny. So we can look at our contract, what our current contract is, what our perks are, where our value is, does it increase, our team goal, which is good. Our rivals, let's go into our rivals.
Winning rivalries is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favourable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result.
Cool. That's the same again as last year. I wonder if Devon is in this season. I'm presuming he is. I wonder can we add him as a rival. And then we have our stats. Oh yeah. Cool. We got our performance for the R&D tree. Again, I won't go through much of this now. It's for purpose of the live stream. So, okay, that's all good. And then where we're at. Okay. Power units. One thing I do want to try and find out is if in career and in multiplayer, does fastest lap get a point? That will come in. I did see in the standings of the Formula 2 it did allocate points for fastest lap, so I'm going to presume it will do the same for Formula 1 and our gearbox and our tire allocations. Okay, let's go and do practice.
Welcome to Melbourne and the inaugural event of the F1 2019 Championship season. The session is starting shortly and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. A feeling that anything can happen this year, and if it does, well, this weekend could be the opening chapter to one of the most exciting F1 seasons ever. Joining me in the commentary box is, of course, Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you back again. What can you tell us about this year's roster? There are some new faces this year, aren't there?
Absolutely, Crofty. There's been a number of interesting signings over the last few months. Where would you like to start?
Let's talk about Day.
Right, well, this is definitely someone to keep an eye on. Well, they've been signed up likely in no small part due to the way they carried themselves in the Formula 2 Championship. They have a great track record of putting the team first. At one of the races, they even gave up their own position when their car had a technical issue, so that their teammate, Lucas Weber, who also debuts here today, could get ahead. That kind of team spirit could take them a long way this season.
Confirmation, our teammate from F2.
Formula 2 this season, are they?
No, this season will introduce fans to George Russell and Lando Norris, two very promising young British drivers. Plus, we'll meet Alexander Albon from Thailand, and finally, Devon Butler. Now, Devon was a bit of a controversial figure in Formula 2 last year. He racked up a lot of penalties over the course of the season, including one where he collided with his closest rival. It was a nasty clip. Now, certainly after the event, they were nothing but professional in terms of how they spoke about the incident with Devon, but it's hard to imagine them being as polite about it behind closed doors. I think this rival will be one to keep an eye on over the next few races, as both drivers take their first steps into the world of Formula 1.
Making sure the wheels are on the car. Good man, Gunther.
This first race of the season is always quite difficult for us trackside, and for those back at the factory as well, as it's the first time the car has run since winter testing. The more consistent mileage you can get in these sessions, the happier we'll be.
So, let's do the garage tutorial,
During
even
your
though...
F1 career, you'll be able to utilise these sessions to complete practice programs, which will help you learn the track and earn you points that can be invested in developing your car. You'll also be able to adjust your car setup over the course of these sessions to try and find those extra fractions of a second. The sporting regulations dictate that after each free practice session, you'll have to hand back 2 sets of your dry tyre allocation for the weekend. So get the most out of them while you can.
Cool. Nothing we already knew. So, this hasn't changed much. This is still the same. Same scenarios. All that good stuff. Tires, car setup, all that's the same. So let's see who drives for who. So I am in AHAF.
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
So Devon looks like he is in a Renault. Lucas looks like he's in a Racing Point. Nearly said Force India. Okay, so there's where rivals are at. So let's get out and do it. So car setup, I'm going to leave at 3 tires. We're going to leave that as it is. And the first one we will do is the...
Okay, let's talk about this track. Albert Park has a lot of tricky high-speed corners. Turn 1 is a good example, and also the left-right through 11 and 12, where you need to be as daring as you can with the entry speed. Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
Alright, this is our first... So right off the bat, they feel a lot more planted. I can put the power down. So, if you watch my throttle application coming out of some of the corners in the Formula 2, we would have seen the back end step out a bit. We do not see that at all in the Formula 1 cars. I think the traction control options are a bit too high. Again, I should see some back end should be wiggling. And what we'll do after we do one of these, we will turn off traction control and show you the difference. And what they do sound fantastic. Alright, that's one objective complete. Good man. DRS. Okay.
Your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there. DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Oh, missed it. What happens when you're pushing too hard? Oh, what am I doing? And I'll break myself. Put it into lean, get some more track time.
Definitely speed up a bit in the following corners. Turn 3, turn 10, turn 11, turn 15, turn 16.
Okay. Sorry, not talking. The concentration trying to do this on a pad. I had to miss one. Got to spark a bit early for this one.
This is the last lap of the program, final lap of the program.
Concentration level. The curbs here are not too bad. I do find the back coming onto the main straight can help. Kind of sucks you in. Kind of pushes you back onto the track a bit. We should go purple this one if I don't make any more mistakes. Oh, nearly break myself. I think that should be enough.
Program complete and a job well done. We got got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Cool. Let's put it into rich mode and just probably hammer around now, try to get a fast one in on these tires. I'm already down on my time, but let's see what we can do. Actually, let's put it in pause and we will change traction to off. And you'll be able to see how easy it is to spin this car.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
We're already gone a bit sideways. Too much throttle.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap when driving with the pit assist disabled. You'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast,
So,
you'll pick
yeah,
up a penalty.
as you can see,
Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
once traction is off, it's a lot more, it's where it should be. Off. And when I turn it back on, to at least medium level, I got no slip. But one thing they have introduced in this game with the tires is if you spin or slide, you will destroy that set of tires. So it is a bit happier now, but
Okay, you need to come in
and we're
before
in.
you run out of fuel. Pit within 2 laps.
Cool. So we've done 1. What will we do next? What will we do next? Let's do the tire management one. I hate tire management.
I know it's tempting to focus
flying lap.
entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program.
So it's in. I think I have it set the level of 75 hard, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Saying that I hate tire
Sure
management.
you can manage the tyres through a lap, so try to keep the wear down through each corner. Be especially careful accelerating on corner exit.
So we're about nearly half a second up on our target time. We're green. Try to get that into the purple. So we'll end this live stream after we do our first race, and we'll be back after, I think it's FB2. It'll be around sometime in the afternoon before 3 o'clock. So we're 1.5 seconds up on our time. Let's take it easy to make sure we get this purple one. Okay.
test complete, and that was a very...
So let's return to garage. So let's have a quick look at the comments on the channel. Someone is saying check the pit entry at France. Right, we will complete this race first. And then before we sign off, we will look at France. My guess is they're going to do a day one patch to fix stuff like this. Because I don't think I can do a mid-session save. Or can I? Let's just finish it out. So let's do quality price.
We're 10th in the speed trap, 308.5 kilometers per hour.
Let's see how fast we can go. I'm going to back off a bit, let that McLaren just get ahead. One thing we also have found in this game is the ERS.
Don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we want to make sure we can lap close to our rivals' pace.
Is a lot more difficult to manage. So I'm not even going to look at the target time, I'm just going to floor it. We're slightly derating.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Alright, it's put me up to P2.
Verstappen is ahead of you. Their best lap time is a 1 minute 25.
Time seems quite quick. Nearly as fast as the Red Bull. Oh, we will hit this lap.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
One thing as well is the UI is a lot more refined. It's a lot more crisp. I haven't seen any overheating of tires yet.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Normally here at Formula Spy we tend to do our own little leagues and we do 100% races. We notice the tire wear and carcass temperature is all a lot more in depth, but I don't seem to see any issue right now. Again, it depends on the track. Singapore is very, very high in tire temps. Cool. So we got 6 minutes left. Let's see where our rivals are placed. So Devon is down in 9th.
We're 20th in the speed trap, 239.7 kilometers per hour.
Well, first of all, look at that difference. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Lost nearly half a second though in Sector 2. So Devon is down in 9th. Where is our Lucas friend? Is down in 14th, but he's on the hard tire. Interesting. Okay. So I wonder.
Our best lap so far is a 1:25.8.
If we can save. I'm fairly sure we can.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Verstappen, Day, and Daniel Ricciardo. What an incredible practice session.
one complete.
The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join.
Let's move on to saving the game, or at least quitting out a career and looking at France.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Love it.
It's been a lot of hard work, but here you are making your debut in Formula One. You must be thrilled. So how are you finding things at the team? Are you settling in?
It's too quick.
What are you expecting out of this season? Are you just aiming to find your feet in Formula One, or do you see something more?
Yeah, half rep increase.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Cool. So, what happens next? I actually haven't got this far when we were doing our quick review. We just didn't have enough time. So, what's going to happen? Okay, some resource points. Cool. Now my reps increased. Look at that. Right, let's quit the main menu. Let's have a quick look at France. France. Let's do actually a quick 3-lap race in France, considering it is the French Grand Prix weekend. What team shall we pick? So we got Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, Seb's Ferrari, Max's Red Bull. Let's go with Renault, considering it's their home Grand Prix. And who we go with? Let's go with a smiley Daniel Ricciardo. And we'll do France. So right off the bat, we can see the pit entrance is still the same on the track card. But let's see what happens when we go. So it's France. We'll do a quick qualifying. We'll do 3 laps. Leave AI at 95. It's all fine. It's all fine. Okay, let's see what France is like. Looks like it's a clear day. We've got a plane in the sky.
Qualifying for this weekend's French Grand Prix. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position gets underway.
Right, let's do it. Right, we're in Renault, Daniel Ricciardo in their home Grand Prix. So I see someone has mentioned about the picking the driver academy. It's basically to give you more rep for those teams, so you'll get more perks in your contracts because you're driving for their academy. It just means you can upgrade quicker than saying picking, I don't know, you're in the Ferrari driver academy, you go with Mercedes, or it's a bad example, you go with, say, Racing Point. You'll get less rep, which means you get less ability to negotiate in your contract. So if you pick the Ferrari driver academy and pick for either of the 3 teams that run Ferrari engines and components, you'll get the ability to kind of upgrade your car quicker. That's all it really is. It's a one-time thing. You can pick no driver academy and start from as a brand new driver into Formula 2 with no association to an F1 team. So let's pick some tires for quali. Okay, well it's a 3-lap race with the softs. Car setup reset 4. Let's leave it as default. And let's go to track. Okay, so the pit lane is still where it was last year. Oh, I've braked myself. So we can see the lead pole car, or potential pole car, which is Lewis Hamilton right now ahead of us in a Ghost. So I do like the noise of the gusts when the DRS opens. You can hear the air. Sounds like a jet plane taking off. Oh, so Vettel has now got potential pole. As you can see, it's changed. I'm going to derate. So just a quick thing on some bugs you may notice in what you're seeing in the gameplay. I'm running a PlayStation 4 Pro, and there is an issue with the DRS harvesting lights and the rain lights, which do not currently work. Codemasters has been made aware, and it's on the list of things to fix. And we got 14th. Well, that's terrible. Terrible.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Hamilton, Vettel and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
I'm ahead of my teammate. Oh my god, look at the gap for pole position. Woo! So, we've got a bit of racing to do in this 3-lap race. And then after this, we will take a break and be back later.
It's a great day for racing here at Le Castellet, and the drivers are making their final preparations on the grid. Let's hope for a thrilling contest then here at the French Grand Prix. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the Chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as we anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Gasly, Charles Leclerc and Verstappen, Perez, Magnussen, Grosjean and Lance Stroll, Sainz, Raikkonen, Lando Norris and Ricciardo, Albon, Hulkenberg, George Russell and Robert Kubica, Giovinazzi and Daniel Kvyat completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, and here we go. So that's just the cutscenes of the GP.
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them. Good luck.
Just so you can see that they pretty much mirrored what we see on TV. You got the full track, you got the sectors, they give it, the flags and the faraway shots. It's pretty much like the real thing. And then we go straight into the grid. Who's in the what? They changed the music up, which I think is amazing. But yeah, so car set up, we can't change because Parc Fermé is on. So we just start the race. I love the lighting. Look at the lighting effect from the bridge. So, one thing I've been known for at my start is great at starting. Let's try to get in here. Whoa, someone hit someone. Oh, right, get in. Close the door. Oh, Albon's still with me. Trying to go down the inside and be bold. We do a lunge on the inside of Norris.
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it.
Oh. One thing as well we've noticed, we don't know if it's by design. The slipstream doesn't seem to give you any effect. Oh wow, that was terrible driving. The cars ahead seem to pull away, even if you're in the slipstream. Oh my god. Right, we're gonna do a flashback. First flashback. Let's start here. Much understeer.
The energy deployment limit and losing ERS power before the end of the lap. Lower the ERS deployment mode to prevent this.
Oh, he's trying to switch back. So I should expect to pick up some sort of benefit here down the straight from the car in front. They keep pulling away. Oh, I needed to make that.
Reduce ERS deployment. Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
I need to stay with them. I need to get the DRS. Come on. Let's have a quick look at our tires. Okay, so we're overheating our front left. Our engine is quite hot. I wonder, is that something from following the cars in front? That's it. That's a quick 3-lap race in France.
Here's our winner, pulling their Ferrari into Parc Ferme. What a fantastic race it was. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
And there you have it. We will leave this stream now.
Let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, it's got to be Kevin Magnussen. He displayed exceptional skill out on the track today and wasn't afraid to fight his way through the pack.
Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, so I started 14th and I finished 14th. Nice. And we will leave the stream here, and we will be back either before or after FP2 of the French Grand Prix. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Talk soon.